And your problem is you have a phobia to snakes. But he's like, he walks up and I'm standing on the stage. It's not a big stage, right? He's this little guy with this woman wrapped around his arm. And he just goes, and I went to shake his hand. He wouldn't shake my hand. He goes, here's the woman. And he walks off. So I said, man, why don't you come up? I had a chair there. I had to sit in the chair. And I said, well, how many of you heard me on the radio the night? Everybody raised. That's why they were there, right? And I said, well, this is the woman in question. They said, ma'am, I understand that you've worked with this man for 7 years. And she said, yeah. And I said, okay. And your problem is you have a phobia to snakes. And I screamed it. And if you've ever seen a phobic response, it's not conscious. It's an uncontrollable response to something. So she starts shaking and spitting and people are freaking out. And I just broke her pattern. And I said, okay, we're going to handle this right now. And I did this. It wasn't my technique. It's technique I learned from NLP. But I was willing to put myself on the line. That was the secret. Burn my bridges, right? So I had to succeed. And sure enough, it took me about 15, 20 minutes. And people are watching. And I did the process. I said, okay, now let's give it a test. How do you feel about snakes? And I yell snakes.